YNW Melly hopes that a new lawsuit filed on his behalf gets him out of prison. The lawsuit accuses the Broward Sheriff's Office of cruel treatment and violating his constitutional rights. The rapper, whose real name is Jamel Demons, is accused of murdering two of his childhood friends back in 2018. Now, he hasn't been able to see or speak to any of his family members for the last 3 years, according to the lawsuit.
I can get the shorter cord, because it's right there. You can get the longer cord.
Look, he finna be texting like this.
I'm good right here. Look, the cord. He finna be texting like that.
That's not the music cord. The music cord is a short right.
After several years of YNW Melly sitting in jail, it's now about to be over. Melly's mother, Jamie King, is suing the Broward County Jail to have YNW Melly released. As a report would share, YNW Melly sues Broward Sheriff's Office for cruel treatment and is seeking immediate release from prison. Melly also claims they have not allowed him to see or speak with family members in over 3 years. As the report would share that YNW Melly has been living in a freezing cold jail cell with no edible food or human contact. It was even shared an interview from YNW Melly's mother paints a disturbing photo of Melly's life in jail, making it sound like he will not last much longer. As during that interview, Melly's mother was ranting over the fact that Melly was granted a mistrial. He essentially beat the case, but he is still left inside a jail, even though there is a statistic in the United States of a criminal that receives a mistrial and then gets summoned to have a retrial, gets a bond release, or even worse, a house arrest agreement 88% of the time. But Melly, he was forced to go back into jail, and he's not even allowed to use a phone or look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
As Jamie King would reveal that she feels absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless because he's not even being treated like a human, as it would make sense if Melly was found guilty of taking out YNW sack chaser and juvie, but he wasn't.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As we even caught a glimpse of how scared YNW Melly's mother is for him, as during the original YNW Melly trial, when he was granted the mistrial, his lawyers requested Melly to receive a bond out of jail to the judge. Sadly, the judge denied it instantly on the spot and said that Melly must return to jail. This caused his mother to break down into tears in front of everyone, even leading into Melly asking if she was okay.
Sorry.
You'll just don't do it.
As this would end up going viral online. No parent wants to see their son go through what YNW Melly's been going through, especially if he hasn't been found guilty of doing any crime. As this even got the attention of rappers in the industry. Rap OG Boosie spoke on the stress that Jamie King has been going through.
Okay, so
Then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
As YNW Melly's jail situation is a result of what the new prosecutor did to YNW Melly in court just a few weeks ago. Getting prepared for the second trial, the new lead prosecutor submitted his evidence files to the judge. They are extremely concerning. He would end up starting out with the most important piece, which is new evidence against Melly, and it's what his motive was. YNW Melly was very close with King Von, leading to his arrest. Recently, a very rogue O Block member shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von a bunch of years ago. Melly allegedly was asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation when two of your best friends, YNW Sack Chaser and Juvie, are coming after you for financial gain.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As rumors would quickly begin circulating the internet, as allegedly the group YNW is a registered LLC in the United States. YNW Melly and Bortland would perform local concerts, sell merch, things in that nature to make income for the company, and all the money would be funneled into the LLC, as YNW Sack Chaser and Juvie looked at the group and company of YNW as a four-way split. But with those two doing obviously zero work to help make income for the company, YNW Melly didn't want to split, which is now what has created the motive for the crime. As if Melly was asking King Von on how to handle the situation, you can likely guess the advice King Von would have given YNW Melly, knowing his resume. This was the missing piece of evidence the prosecutors missed during the original Melly trial, which is what was a motive. But when you pair this evidence with the evidence found on Melly's cell phone, this is where everything connects, where YNW Melly sent a text message hours after the crime admitting to it.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
But also found on Melly's cell phone was a saved video link from somebody's Facebook Live, where it shows YNW Melly and Bortland only 6 hours after the crime in a parking lot recording a music video.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! But no, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
Showing not even an ounce of sadness for the passing of their two best friends. Now that you know how Melly handled it emotionally and the motive, the lead prosecutor then dove deep into the physical evidence of the crime, such as the Jeep that they were driving in. As Sergeant Williams revealed, there is no way this could have been a drive-by.
Assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. At a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Okay, a lot of information in that answer, so let's break it down a little bit. You mentioned so I'm gonna zoom in on site F. Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that emanate from?
Driver's side back seat.
Okay. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time.
As with Williams revealing the crime must have happened inside of a vehicle during the original Melly trial, this is when YNW Juvie's mother went to the stand to share who was sitting there.
And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
And as while the prosecutors are working on building the case to prove Melly's guilt, YNW Melly's lawyers are only trying to get him released on a bond right now. As stated in a report of, YNW Melly's Double M retrial is set for September 2025, leaving Melly's mother outside of the courthouse giving an update.
Free Melly till he's free. He's coming home, guys. Just patience. So we did have court today, him and Bort. They both had court. And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. So, and yeah, he still doesn't have phone calls. Still no visitation. He's still in the new facility all alone by himself, no contact. He's not allowed to have contact with any other inmates. They move him around with several guards. It's like something you never...
As with the trial being so far away, lawyers online commented believing that Melly's lawyers being pushed for a bond or house arrest grant from the new judge, it has a high likelihood of being accepted. But it's important to note that the Florida Police Department arrested Melly in Portland on February 13th, 2019. Melly was even granted a mistrial in the case on July 22nd, 2023, but has remained inside of jail ever since the original arrest of 2019. Portland only went to jail for 3 days before being released on a bail, as the police ever since day one have only wanted YNW Melly. It even dates back to the crime where YNW Portland was interrogated by police, and he hints towards him being the innocent one throughout the interview.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's got to be some evidence there. There's going to be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys opened the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's going to be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's going to be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's going to be evidence over there. Okay, right now there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
However, this doesn't mean that YNW Portland is a perfect human. Portland was just recently arrested for committing a serious crime during the Melly trial, as while he was outside shopping for groceries, they found insane paperwork hidden inside of his house that the feds are now using against Portland and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Portland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Portland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with a witness.
As it was announced by Bryson Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week. Alongside these photos of YNW Bortlen drawing on a piece of paper where certain jurors were sitting during the original YNW Melly trial. He even added on extra details like what they looked like and even what their names were. This is a very serious crime, and they're using it against Melly to prevent him from being released on a bond or house arrest grant. Because say YNW Melly was sentenced to life in prison and found guilty by the other jurors. Well, who would have YNW Bortlen given this piece of paper to, having all the details of the jurors that sentenced his best friend to life in prison? That's why the jury is supposed to be hidden inside of the courtroom. And to understand how serious it is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.